Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This bill establishes the new statewide assessment as the Next Generation Iowa Assessments. This is a test currently under development by the Iowa Testing Program at the University of Iowa and is a successor to the currently used Iowa assessments. This new assessment is expected to be ready for use by K-12 schools in the spring of 2019. It will be designed to be aligned to the Iowa core. Last year, the legislature voted to send out an RFP for a new student assessment. The Department of Education chose the American Institutes for Research Assessment. One of the competing companies, Pearson, sued over the choice of air. It is not unlikely that this would be a protracted court battle, as Pearson felt wronged by the process used by the Department of Ed. So with this bill, we are bypassing the Department of Education, a procedure which is allowed in the RFP. The bill makes no provision for state dollars paying for the cost, just as the state currently does not pay for the Iowa assessments. The costs are borne by the districts. The test will be administered by the university's designee. This should give our schools certainty for the assessment that will be used. The Iowa assessments are less expensive by $11 million, offer a much less expensive paper and pencil test, thus allowing districts time to rebuild or to build their technological capability, and has a science assessment ready to go. Those are my opening comments, Mr. Speaker.
Is there discussion? The chair recognizes the lady from Johnson, Representative Masher.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the House. I rise in support of this bill and want to thank Representative Salmon and Representative Dolachek for their work on this particular bill. Iowa assessments have served our state very well. It's an Iowa product. It is cheaper than AIR, which is part of this whole discussion because we look at the cost to the districts. $15 per test versus $7 per test. Iowa testing is much more affordable for our districts. It is aligned with the core. Representative Salmon, you are spot on. Any comments to the contrary are just wrong. They also have the science test already developed. AIR does not. And I think when you look at test per test, this is a much better quality product and one that we should be supporting. So I ask the body to support this, and again want to thank folks for all of their work on this issue.
Seeing no further discussion, the chair recognizes the lady from Blackhawk, Representative Salmon, for closing remarks on House File 2235.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you to Representative Dolachek and to Representative Masher for their input on this, and also Representative Masher for your words of support here on the floor. As she said, this is a test created by an Iowa company at an Iowa university with input from Iowa teachers aligned to the Iowa core, is $11 million less expensive than AIR, and will not require state dollars, and passed unanimously out of committee. So with that, I move the bill. Thank you.
Lady from Blackhawk moves the bill be read for the last time and placed on its passage. Are there objections? Chair hears none. The clerk will read.
House File 2235, a bill for action relating to statewide assessments of student progress for purposes of core academic indicators and including effective date provisions, being enacted by the General Assembly of the State of Iowa.
Question now is, shall the bill pass? Those in favor of its passage will vote aye. Those opposed will vote no. The clerk will receive your vote. Upmeyer votes aye. Sexton votes aye. Carlson votes aye. Have you all voted? The Clerk will close the machine and record your vote. The House will give attention to the result of the vote. Those voting aye, 94, no, 3, absent or not voting 3. The bill having received a constitutional majority is declared to have passed the House. Are there objections to the title?